The Leafs now, 14 games into the regular season, have just 3 regulation time wins, regardless of how this goes.
Yeah.
Half of their wins have been in overtime or shootout. Mitch Marner scored in a shootout against Montreal. They've had some overtime wins against the Tampa Bay Lightning. But, I mean, that's baffling, isn't it? If you would have said at the start of the year, 13 games in, you'll have 3 wins in regulation time.
Well, no matter how you do it, you do it. But, of course, that is a tiebreaker at the end of the season, depending on
regulation wins,
standings and everything else. So it is important. And the face-off will be at center ice, brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your own home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. And the overtime brought to you by Molson. Whether it's Canadian Ultra, Export, or XL, there's a Molson with your name on it.
For the Calgary Flames, they've gone to extra time just once, and that was a shootout loss in Washington to the Capitals.
So the experiment of having Marner and Camp start up front has been scrapped.
Well, I remember part of it was, David Kemp lost the draw.
Yeah, and then was out there.
I think that was in Boston.
Matthews this time wins the draw, and Brody will send it back to him. Matthews starts up the right wing, then gives the puck away. And a chance for Backlund, and now he holds on. Backlund to the right wing side. Flames trying to drive in front of the goal. Big save by the right leg of Wall after Matthews nonchalanted that back into his own end. Now Marner in on the left wing side. Looks for Morgan Riley, who's off the bench. And it's going to be brought back out at center. The Leafs, another bad pass by Matthews. The Leafs were changing. Marner was going to the bench. Wow, maybe they should have started Camp. That was unlike Austin Matthews. Now Kadri coming to center for Calgary. Had it knocked away. Nylander gets it ahead. Yarncrook is going to play it back to Morgan Riley. Riley to Nylander.
It's the unit that ended the game against Tampa in overtime.
Here's Willie. 2 goals on the night. Weaves in over the line. Goes to the right wing side. Doesn't shoot it. Keeps it in the zone. Still with it. Looks to make a drop pass and does to Morgan Riley. Passing down low. Goaltender out of the goal to cover up on it. Face-off coming in the Calgary zone.
I remember it was Nylander to Riley to Yarncrook to win it in overtime Monday night. But you're right, the Matthews-Marner combination to start
they weren't on the same page at all.
Totally out of sync. Face off
well,
to the
let's
right
see if second time is the charm. Matthews-Marner, McCabe out there now for Toronto. Marner almost stole the puck back of the goal. Flipped out, and now a 2-on-1 break going here. Hanifin in on the left wing with a pass in. Owen Wall makes a big save and then held on long enough for a whistle.
It's a good thing he got the whistle because he threw that out. Looked like a curling rock when he tried to move it forward.
His best save, though, Jim.
Yeah, most important. This is a 2-on-1 break, and he has to move quickly from his right to his left to take that away from Elias Lindholm.
Face off to the left. Tavares has come out to take the face off. He's out there with Nylander and Brody.
So this is the first shift in overtime for Tavares.
There's a bit of a discussion going on with Brody and Tavares. And Tavares won the draw cleanly. Brody circles back behind his goal and stops. Nylander faked getting the puck. The pass comes ahead. Tavares through center to the line. Gets in over the line. Stops up. Leafs make a change and Morgan Riley is on the ice. Tavares back to the blue line. Had it knocked off his stick. He's got to get on his horse. Hanifin trying to chase him down. But he gets it back to Nylander with Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley and a goal! Oh, and he chipped it just wide of the net. Trying to play it back to Tavares and has. But it bounced over his stick. Tavares working down the boards, still with it. Tavares finds Nylander. Nylander back at the point, working on the left wing side now. Holds, still with it. Saucers it out at center ice, and the Leafs will change. Morgan Rielly finds Max Domi. Domi across the line with Robertson. Robertson in! Oh, and he took a snapshot that just went wide. Brody back. Quickly played ahead, but Domi couldn't handle the pass. Played off the boards for Anderson. Anderson to the right wing side. Mikael Backlund in with a shot. Glove save made by Wall, and Wall will hold on.
34-25 the shots. And you can see maybe the difference in overtime for Joseph Wall. Take 4 guys off the ice. Get away from
to see it a little more.
Yeah, get the scrambles and screens out of the game. Because you're right, he's looked sharper in overtime than he did in the 60 previous minutes.
Face off in the circle to his left. Matthews, Marner, and Brody. And the draw won by Toronto. Marner goes back behind his goal. Matthews will swing in the far corner. Then goes around back of the net. Leaves it for Marner, who starts out. Marner, a pass ahead for Matthews. Up on the wing. Drop pass for Morgan Rielly. Rielly drops it off now for Marner. And then Matthews can't keep the puck in and comes back to center ice with it. Marner looks up ice and finds Matthews, right wing side, driving the net. He's in a goal! It rolled off the stick of Matthews, but goaltender Vladar made the save, but the Leafs are going to get possession again. Marner playing it back to his goaltender. No! He can't play it in there, and he didn't. Here's Rielly, cross the line for Nylander, doesn't shoot it. Back into the slot, Matthews dishes it back to Willie. Nylander again, into the corner, cutting in front of the goal, trying to flip it in. Another shot, stopped by Vladar. He tries to clear, played ahead at center. Mangiapane in a breakaway. He's in on goal, and he stick handled past the post. They're on their feet here at the Scotiabank Arena. Here's a chance for Kadri. That is swallowed up by Joseph Wall.
I tell you what, a ballsy move at the other end, though. Vladar with traffic in front says, I'm just going to launch one out here and see if we can get an odd man rush. Matthews couldn't get it, but Mangiapane ends up with a breakaway in alone on Joseph Wall and made a great move. But it was almost, Joe, as if he had too much speed to be able to pull up.
Wall got a piece of that with his pad, I think. Jimmy.
Maybe the butt end of his stick.
Yeah. Puck in the center ice area, 35 seconds left. Hanifin dropping it back for Huberdeau. Into the slot area, shot, pad save, and a good one made by the Leafs goaltender. But the Flames come away with the loose puck. Another pass in front and it deflected wide. And it's shot out and down the ice. 16 seconds left in OT. Joseph Wall has been absolutely brilliant in this overtime. 6 seconds as the Flames, Anderson to center. Anderson got through. Anderson centering! That ran in off the stick of Brody, and Wall had to make a pretty good save off of his defenseman.
And that was after John Tavares got danced by Rasmus Anderson. Right wing side. Tavares, I think, thought he would be able to intercept it. And seconds later, it was T.J. Brody almost put it into his own net. I think Brody knew the time was running down. And there's not a lot a defenseman can do when you've got the puck in your stick and you're nose to nose with your own goaltender. So he just tried to slide it back in. The Leafs, I think, puck possession-wise, were better than Calgary in overtime. But the Flames probably with the best outright chance.
Well, the Mangiapane, yes, absolutely. And Wall got either his pad or, as you mentioned, maybe the
butt end
knob
of his stick.
To to deflect that, and then Mangiapane could not recover in order to tuck it around the goaltender. So we're going to a shootout.